Well, it's late October, and this chestnut tree is going to drop its leaves any day now. That means that this pond is going to get littered. Stick around. After I shut off the water, I'll disconnect anything that's easy. This means that the weirs can come out. These threaded valves make it easy. Now originally I had made one large weir, but when I put it in, it just didn't have the result I wanted. This works out much better. I'm just going to dump out the water, and we'll store them like that. Nice. Now the manifold's going to come out easy as well, so I'll remove that. And I'll remove it simply so that the water and ice doesn't get trapped in there and cause the ABS to crack. Any hoses that come out easily, I'll remove them as well. Now this long one winds under and around so many rocks that I'll leave it. If it doesn't survive the winter, I can replace it in the spring. You can see here the hoses are such a mess underneath those rocks that it's not worth trying to untangle it now. I'll deal with it in the spring if we have to. Now back to the manifold. I'll just take this right off the pipe. And the hose, I'll just leave it here. And this hose here at the T, I'll do the same. I'll just disconnect it, and I'll lay the T down there. Get a bit of more water out of it, but just leave it there. And then this hose here, I'll use that to drain the pond. Now this won't take long to drain. Last winter I didn't cover it, and it was a mess full of debris. Not just from this chestnut tree, but from these spruces as well. They dropped a ton of needles and cones. I hope the tarp will at least catch most of it. And looking down here between the rocks, I can see the bentonite that we put down in August. It stayed soft, so I'll have to address that in the spring as well. In our most recent pond video, I didn't have much confidence that this bentonite would seal the liner. But the pond has been running non-stop now for 10 weeks. And it seems that the longer the pond runs, the less leaking we have. Even now, it's a negligible water loss, easily topped up with rainwater alone. Our next challenge is going to be to try to get the water clean. Okay, so underneath here, all this mud, we're going to leave it. And even though that's why, yeah. So this mud, we're all going to leave it here because in the spring I'm going to get some sand, very coarse clay sand, and put that down before putting any more stones on top of it. And hopefully that the sand is going to prevent the bentonite from becoming disturbed. It's also going to fill in the cracks between the stones and give us a very natural looking base to our bottom. Alright, just draining this. It's kind of ugly down here. Trying my best not to disturb anything. You can see a lot of this bentonite is just pooling around. So I don't want to put my feet down and start twisting and stuff. So this pipe here, I'm going to leave it. So we're going to pull out this pump. Yeah. That there is dirty, eh? Okay. We're going to put that there. Deal with that in a minute. And this pump here, this piece of filter that I put on there keeps this from getting clogged, but I want to empty this as much as I can, so I'm going to put that back in there. I'm going to empty it some more. This reservoir underneath, I'm confident it's going to hold a bit of water, even freeze and not crack. So at this point, this is as far as I'm going to do for cleaning inside the pond. So let's get the tarping. Large tarps are not cheap, but they're worth their weight in gold if you want to cover something this size. Now the idea here isn't to trap water with it or anything of that nature. Basically, I'm going to use it as a net to stop debris from getting in it, but it's going to keep the leaves and the debris off of the pond. I think this one is, God, who knows how large it is. Been used a few seasons, but it's got a few more left in it. Let's find the lengthwise here. I think it's going to go this way. Perfect. Just going to try and walk right up the middle. It's always a good thing to have a lot of rocks around. So the cleanup in the spring will be a lot easier. Just come with a blower and blow them off. And it'll keep most of the bentonite underneath undisturbed. So all we got left to do now is just clean up the pumps, pack them away for winter. As long as they're dry, you can store them outside. Just make sure that you keep them away from where rodents are going to nest or anything of that nature. Other than that, everything's good. If you like this video, give it the thumbs up and subscribe. Hit the notification so you'll see what other great stuff we're going to be doing out here in Odd Jobs. This pond, I can't wait till spring to finally finish it up. It's been 2 years and it's about due to be done. Thanks for watching.